Hey guys, welcome back to Cooking with Tammy Live. I'm Tammy, and as summer approaches, it's all about having fun, guys. It's all about having fun at the fair, backyard barbecues, and so on and so forth. So without further ado, guys, I am going to show you how to make the best, guys. When I say the best, you are definitely going to stand out with this recipe. I'm going to show you how to make my delicious chili cheese dogs, guys. So without further ado, let's introduce these ingredients and get started. For our ingredients, we have 1 pound of chuck ground beef. We also have some Velveeta cheese right here that I cut up in cubes that will help with the melting process. We also have some onion powder, garlic powder, smoked paprika, chili powder, ground cumin, some brown sugar, of course, to tie everything together, as well as diced onions, minced garlic, tomato sauce. We also have some cheese. We have beef broth. We also have some pepper, salt, and oil. And of course, we can't have the best chili cheese dogs if we don't have the hot dogs on deck. And what I did was I went ahead and I sliced it in half, or should I say basically just like this. I didn't cut it all the way through. And we are gonna go ahead and do the same for this one right here. Just take your time, cut it down the middle. Don't cut too deep because you don't want to slice it all the way. Just like this, so you can open it. And it's time to place these hot dogs into the skillet. Now that our hot dogs are done, using the same pan, one pot deal, guys, one pot deal. Using the same pan, we're gonna add our diced onions. Give it a good mix, incorporate it really well. Allow these onions to become nice and translucent. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody is doing absolutely amazing. The smell from these onions are everything right now. It smells so good. Your girl is doing her thing, guys. Yes, we are cooking it up. To the onions, I'm gonna add some minced garlic and we're gonna give it a good mix. Make sure everything is well incorporated. Allow the garlic and the onions to become nice and fragrant. And we're gonna allow this garlic to toast up. We're gonna add the ground beef. Give it a good mix, chop it up. Make sure we break it into nice little pieces. We don't have to add any more oil because guess what? We're working with ground beef, and guess what? Ground beef makes its own oil. Yes, it produces its own oil. Yes, there's some ground beef that's a little leaner than some, but the majority of times you're gonna get that excess oil from the beef. Incorporate the meat with the onions and the garlic. Yes, guys, we gotta make sure everything is well combined. Especially if you want all that flavor, right? Now, the reason why I didn't season the ground meat while I was cooking it is because I knew it was gonna have an excess of oil. And I didn't want to end up like literally straining it off and have all my seasonings strain off along with the meat. So I figured, I said, you know what, let's see after everything is rendered, how much fat we're gonna have first before adding the seasonings. Now, if I was working personally with ground turkey, ground chicken, of course, I would have added my seasonings in there and have everything cooked down within the meat and brown and everything would have been perfectly flavored. However, when you're dealing with ground beef, like I said, you may just have an excess amount of oil to the point where you have to drain it off. So it's better to season after the fact. Once the meat is nice and brown, we are gonna drain it off. That's it. Just drain it off. So far, if you're loving what you're seeing, guys, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as that like button. Don't forget to hit me up with a comment. Also, like and share these videos. To this delicious beef, we are going to add our onion powder. We're also gonna add our garlic powder. Also gonna add my smoked paprika, which is gonna give it a nice smoky flavor. I'm also gonna go in there with my chili powder as well. Adding the ground cumin and going in there and giving everything a good mix, making sure all of these seasonings are well combined. It smells so delicious right now. It smells so good. I mean, with all of these authentic spices, oh my God, it smells so delicious. Next thing we're gonna add is a pinch of salt, not too much. Let's not get carried away. We're also gonna add a tad bit of ground black pepper. Give it a mix once more. And next up is our tomato sauce. We are gonna add our tomato sauce and give everything a good stir. And to balance out the acidity from the tomato sauce, we are gonna add some brown sugar. And did I hear somebody in the background say, oh my God, it's gonna be sweet? No, the sugar that we're adding is not enough to make it sweet. However, it is gonna neutralize the acidity in the tomato sauce. And we're gonna go in there and add our beef broth. Now here's the thing, if you don't have beef broth on hand, no need to panic. You don't have to put your clothes on and run to the store. What you're gonna do is, if you have the beef bouillon cube, crush it up, add it to some water, and bam, you have beef broth. Or if you have the beef bouillon powder, same thing. Add about a teaspoon to maybe a teaspoon and a half, depending on the amount of chili that you're making. Add some water, dilute it really well, and bam, you have flavorful beef broth. Even better than the one in the box. I'm gonna cover this chili up, allow it to come to a slow simmer, and I'm gonna show you how to put everything together in 2 seconds. Our chili has been covered down for about 15 minutes, and as you can see, our sauce is reducing and it's starting to thicken up. This is perfect. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and add our beans and make it taste even better. Now, of course, if you don't want to add beans to your chili, that's totally fine. Also, if you want to add red beans, pinto beans, black beans, totally up to you. Everything that I do most times, guys, is universal. So you're not limited to use what I use. Use whatever makes you happy and whatever makes your palate smile. Perfect. I'm gonna let this simmer for about 5 minutes because I want the beans to pick up the flavor from the chili. I want everything to have flavor. Our chili is gonna be nice and saucy. What? Okay, after 5 minutes, what we're gonna do is we are gonna go in there, guys, and we're gonna add some novita, just like that. And it's gonna make our sauce nice and creamy and saucy. And cutting it up in cubes is what's gonna allow the cheese to melt much quicker, so we don't have to literally stand here for an hour trying to wait for this cheese to melt. Just cut it up in cubes. In total, I would honestly say this recipe takes about 20 minutes. I would say about 20 to 25 minutes, but definitely under 30. Once you have all of the ingredients ready to go, yep. Look at the cheese melting, yay! Starting to look real. This is gonna be the best chili on the block. All right, all right. This is so good. Perfect. Everything is nice and melted. I'm gonna let it do its thing for about maybe 3 more minutes. Our cheesy chili is finished. Yes, check it out. Beautiful. Look at how thick, right? This is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. It's gonna go so well with our, oh my goodness, it's gonna go so well with our chili cheese dogs. I'm telling you, these hot dog buns are gonna be toasted. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some butter, just like that. Add a good amount because you don't want it to burn. Just as if we're making grilled cheese. And we're gonna place it in the pan and allow these buns to toast up and get some color and get nice and brown. Just like that. Our chili, oh my goodness. I know you guys are like literally drooling. You saw that last picture of the chili, guys. Trust me, not only did it look beautiful, I was ready to dig in myself because that thing, the smell was like so appetizing and so inviting. Once you touch the bread and it starts to get like really, really soft, that's a perfect indication. It's time to flip it over. Perfect, just like that. Our bread is perfectly toasted, nice and golden brown, right? So what we are gonna do is we are gonna add some cheese, of course, to this nice hot toasted bun, just like that. Perfect. And we are gonna go in with a big old spoonful of our delicious cheesy chili. Wow, perfect. And we are gonna take our hot dog, of course, place it right there. And we are gonna spoon some more cheesy chili right on top. Just like that. And of course, we're not paying for this, so we could go ahead and overindulge and take extra. Add some shredded cheese, just like that. And we can add some onions to the top. Of course, add whatever topping you like. If you like relish, you want mayo, mustard, ketchup, anything of that nature, you go ahead and you add it. Perfect. Don't be afraid, it's your hot dog. Or should I say, it's your chili cheese dog. Add whatever makes you happy. Put it right up in there. Add some cheese. Add some chili, of course. Add some more cheese. Some freshly diced onions. Mouth watering, right? I know you want some. And let's be honest, quick and easy recipe. Now, of course, the heat factor. Not because it's called chili mean you have to add chili to the chili, if that makes sense. Add whatever you like. If you can't tolerate heat, or if you're not a fan of spice, skip the chili or just add a small amount. It's not going to affect the flavor by any means. It's still going to be absolutely delicious because remember, we added so many delicious ingredients. So once everything ties together, it's not going to make a difference whether or not if you add chili to your chili. If you want to go in there and add some ketchup, of course, add your ketchup. Do your thing, do your thing. And of course, guys, that is it. Our delicious cheesy chili cheese dogs are complete. And let me tell you something, they taste even better than they look, guys. So what I want you to do is definitely give this recipe a try. Tell me what you think. I promise you, it's gonna be the best recipe on the block. Anyway, as always, thank you so much for cooking with Tammy. And don't forget to like, rate, subscribe, and comment. And definitely share these videos with your friends and family and let them know what Tammy is doing in the kitchen. I will talk to you guys later.